Hello morning. Anastasia has adapted her morning routine to the conditions of the dacha plot. In the morning, preferably at sunrise, walk out to the garden plot barefoot and approach any plants you like. You can touch them. This does not have to be done in accord with some sort of schedule or ritual to be strictly followed day after day, but simply as one feels moved or as one desires. But it should be done before washing. Then the plants will sense the fragrances of the substances emitted by the body through the pores of the skin during sleep. If it is warm and there is a small grassy patch close by, and it would be helpful if there were, lie down there and stretch out for 3 or 4 minutes. And if some little bug should happen to crawl onto your body during this time, do not chase it away. Many bugs open up pores on the human body and cleanse them. As a rule, they open up the pores through which toxins are expelled and all sorts of internal ailments are brought to the surface, allowing the person to wash them away. If there is any pond water on the plot, you should immerse yourself in it. If not, then you can pour water over yourself as you stand barefoot close to the plants and seed beds, or even better, between the beds, or, for example, one morning alongside the raspberry bushes, the next by the currant bushes, etc. And after washing, you should not dry off right away. You should shake off the water drops from your hands, spreading them onto the surrounding plants, and use your hands to brush off the water from other parts of your body. After this, you can go through the usual procedures of washing and using any conveniences to which you are accustomed. Evening routine. In the evening before going to bed, it is important to wash your feet using water with the addition of a small quantity, a few drops, of juice from saltbush or nettles, or the two together, but no soap or shampoo. After washing your feet, pour the water onto the seed beds. Then, if necessary, you can still wash your feet with soap. This evening routine is important for 2 reasons. As the feet perspire, toxins come to the surface, removing internal diseases from the body, and these must be washed away to cleanse the pores. Juices from saltbush or nettles are good at facilitating this process. In pouring the remaining water onto the seed beds, you are giving supplemental information to the plants and microorganisms about your current state of well-being. This is very important too. Only after receiving this information can our visible and invisible environment work out and pick up from the universe and the earth everything it needs from the normal functioning of your body. It will prepare everything by itself. I was still interested in knowing what Anastasia had to say about food. After all, she had a rather unique dietary regime, and so I asked, "Anastasia, tell me how you think a person should feed himself. What should he eat? How often during the day and in what amounts?" Our world pays a great deal of attention to this question. There's a huge quantity of all sorts of literature on the subject: health food, recipes, advice on losing weight. It is difficult to picture human beings' lifestyle any other way under the circumstances currently imposed by the technocratic world. The dark forces are constantly trying to take the natural operating system of the world, the one given to humanity right from the start, and substitute their own cumbersome artificial system which goes against human nature. I asked Anastasia to put it in more concrete terms, without her philosophical musings, and she continued, "You know, these questions of yours as to what, when and how much a person should eat, they are best answered by the individual's own body. The sensations of hunger and thirst are designed to send a signal to each particular individual, indicating when he should take in food. This precise moment is the right one for each person. The world of technocracy, being incapable of affording each individual the opportunity of satisfying his hunger and thirst at the moment desired by his body, has tried to force him into its own schedule based on nothing but the world's own helplessness, and then attempts to justify this compulsion in the name of some sort of efficiency. Just think, one person spends half the day sitting down, expending hardly any energy, while another exerts himself with some kind of physical labour, or simply runs and perspires all over, thereby using up many times more energy, and yet both are expected to eat at exactly the same time. A person should take in food at the moment advised by his body, and there can be no other advisor. I realize that under your world's conditions this is practically impossible, but the opportunity does exist for people at their dachas with their attached garden plots, and they should take advantage of it and forget about their unnatural artificial regimes. The same applies to your second question. What should one eat? The answer is whatever is available at the moment, whatever is on hand, so to speak. The body itself will select what is needed. I could offer you a bit of non-traditional advice. If you have a household pet like a dog or a cat, keep track of its movements carefully. Occasionally it will find something in the way of grasses or herbs and eat it. You should tear off a few samples of whatever it selects and add it to your diet. This is not something you have to do every day. Once or twice a week is sufficient. You should also take it upon yourself to gather some cereal grain, thresh it, grind it into flour, and then use the flour to bake bread. This is extremely important. Anyone consuming this bread even once or twice a year will build up a store of energy capable of awakening his inner spiritual powers, not only calming his soul but also exerting a beneficial influence on his physical condition. This bread can be shared with relatives and close friends. If shared with sincerity and love, it will have quite a beneficial influence on them as well. It is very helpful to every individual's health to spend 3 days, at least once each summer, eating only what is grown in his garden plot, along with bread, sunflower oil, and just a pinch of salt. I've already described Anastasia's own eating habits. While she was telling me all this, she would unwittingly tear off a blade of grass or two, put it in her mouth and chew it and offer me some too. I decided to give it a try. I can't say the taste was anything to write home about, but neither did it provoke any sense of distaste. It seems as though Anastasia has left the whole task of nourishment and life support up to nature. She never allows it to interrupt her train of thought, which is always busy with some more important issue. Even so, her health is as remarkable as her outward beauty, of which it is an inseparable part. According to Anastasia, anyone who has established such a relationship with the earth and the plants on his own plot of land has the opportunity of ridding his body of absolutely every kind of disease. Disease, per se, is the result of man distancing himself from the natural systems designed to take care of his health and life support. For such symptoms, the task of counteracting any disease presents no problem whatsoever, since this is their whole reason for being. However, the benefits experienced by people who have set up such information exchange contacts with a little patch of the natural world go far beyond dealing with diseases.